Hi everyone, we are looking at the Khan assignment called Clusters, Gaps, Peaks, and Outliers. So here we are asked to describe the distribution. All right, so here's our distribution way down here. We have a dot plot. You'll notice that there is a cluster of data between 0 and 2. There is a gap at 3, a cluster between 4 and 6, a gap from 7 to 9, and then 10 is an outlier. Okay, an outlier is just a piece of data that lies far outside all the rest of the data. So I had to click on all of the answers that applied. I said the distribution had an outlier. Yes, it did, right here at 10. And the distribution has a cluster from 4 to 6, which it did. So for the next question, which of the following is an accurate description of the distribution? And we have to, again, click on everything that applies. So we're looking to see if it has an outlier. We're checking to see if it has a cluster from 0 to 39. So here is 0 to 39. It does not. It has a gap there. It does not have an outlier because this data is symmetrical. So we're going to say none of the above. None of the above would be the correct answer. All right, which of the following are accurate descriptions of the distribution? We're looking for a peak at 4, a gap from 5 to 7. So here is 4. There's not a peak there. The peak is actually at 2. A peak is just like the highest point, the one with the most data. It would also be the mode, the most occurring digit ever, and there are no gaps. So we are again going to go with none of the above. And this is right-tailed. Okay, so the tail is all on the right and also right skewed because all of the data is pushed to the left. All right, which of the following is an accurate description? We're looking for a peak from 9 to 10 or a gap from 6 to 9. So we have a gap at 9 to 10. We do not have any, we have a peak from 1 to 2. So this again would be none of the above. So some of these you can probably look at really quickly. I am going fast for the video, but you should go slower so that you don't make any mistakes. Accurate description, I'm looking for an outlier and a cluster from 7 to 9. There is an outlier right here. There is no cluster from 7 to 9, there's a gap, but there is an outlier, so I'm going to click on A. The distribution has an outlier, which it does. And again, this is right-tailed because all of the data is pushed to the left. You want to think opposites. All right, which is an accurate description? We're looking for an outlier or a peak from 40 to 45. So here's 40 to 45 and it has a peak and it also has an outlier. So this is an outlier, lies outside the cluster of the data. The peak is the highest point, also known as the mode. So I'm going to click on both A and B because this has both. And again, which is an accurate description, same question for all of these. I'm looking for a gap between 11 and 12 and a cluster from 7 to 8. So I have a gap from 7 to 8. I do not have a gap here, so I'm going to click none of the above. Be careful that you don't reverse the wording in your head and go slowly. Again, I just went quick for the video. So just make sure that what you're clicking on is making sense and that you are clicking all of the possible answers that would apply to that data distribution. Have fun.